YouTube. So today I am back again with another topic. Today's topic is about self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? Obviously, self-esteem is the esteem that you have for yourself. So when we talk about self-esteem, we talk about what is your opinion of yourself? Do you value yourself? Exactly how much do you value yourself? What do you think you're worth, and how do you think that you should be treated? Everybody has the goal of being a confident person with high self-esteem. So how can we achieve this? In 2020 and every year after that, I know that everybody has that goal of leveling up. And leveling up is really multifaceted. So we want to level up physically, we want to level up financially or in our careers, we want to level up and have better relationships and be happier in our lives. One reason that a lot of people are very unhappy these days is because they have low self-esteem. So let's look at the different things that may cause someone to have low self-esteem. So one thing that comes to mind, how many people spend hours looking at social media and they look at all of these images of perfection, these models that are airbrushed, that are on a scale of 1 to 10, some people are 11. Like, are you even human? Is it even really possible to look like that? And some people compare themselves to this unattainable, unrealistic, unachievable goal that they're just never going to be able to work for Victoria's Secret. I mean, it's not possible for everybody. So what we have to aim to do is to be the best version of ourselves. When was a time when you really were taking good care of yourself? A time when you were adamant about eating healthy, having a good diet, and also about having enough physical activity. Maybe a time when you went and got your hair done or your makeup and you just felt like you owned it, like you had that confidence. This is the way that we want to feel inside of ourselves, and we want to validate ourselves, not only based on how we look, but based on other things as well. Like, what kind of a person do you think you are? Do you think that you're a good person? And what exactly makes someone a good person? Do you feel like you're a good person because you take care of your family and you're very loyal to your friends? Maybe you think you're a good person because you have achieved a lot of success in your career. Whatever it is that you have already manifested for yourself and you are grateful for those things, focus on that. Focus on your triumphs. Focus on your success. Focus on all those achievements that you've already done for yourself. Let's think back to a time where we put in some work and we got the results that we wanted. What was the vibration of that feeling that you felt in that moment? How did that make you feel about yourself? So many times these days, people bash themselves. Because if you really want to have solid inner confidence, you have to validate yourself from within. And it has to come from within you. You cannot look to other people to make you feel beautiful and to make you feel whole. You can't look to someone else to give you your value. Self-esteem is about yourself, your relationship with yourself. Self-defeating behavior means that you are ultimately doing things that sabotage yourself. Let's say that you tried way too hard and you made yourself look very desperate because you did not have enough self-esteem to just validate yourself and love yourself. Maybe you did something that you were not proud of, or said something, you got triggered in a certain kind of way and got very maybe emotional. Some people ruin their relationships, they ruin their career even, because they self-sabotage. And we don't want to do that. It all really comes down to all of your thoughts about yourself. So if you have these behaviors that don't align with your goals, then you've got something going on in your subconscious mind. And the conscious mind is the guardian of the subconscious, but the subconscious mind contains things like, how were you treated as a child? What kind of things did your parents say to you? Did you have a parent that told you that you were not beautiful? Did you have a parent that told you you wouldn't amount to much? That you had to settle? That you were never going to be important? Did you have someone that in your life that told you that, or maybe they just made you feel that way? Let's think about what kinds of things can we do so that we can have better self-esteem. First off, we need to stop self-sabotaging behaviors. We need to identify our goals, identify exactly what we have to do to achieve our goals, and then when we are not doing those actions that we told ourselves logically that we needed to do, then we need to step back outside of ourselves and we need to think, what is going on with this girl, with this human, outside of, this personal identity, this ego that you've created for yourself? Step outside of that, go above the problems and look at it from an outsider point of view. Like, how a lot of times people ask their friends for advice because their friends can really see from an outsider point of view. You need to kind of, maybe like during meditation, go above yourself, above your problems, look down on yourself and think about exactly what does this person need to start doing or thinking, or what happened to this person to make them this way. Now I'm gonna look at some advice from this person. Is a multi-millionaire, and I asked them, working on a YouTube channel about the leveling up lifestyle. My topic is self-esteem, because I've had women that have asked me how can they improve their self-esteem. So what are your thoughts? So a few pointers. Yes, definitely do the self-care. It could be your hair, your makeup, exercise. Focus on what you want and knowing what you want. Identify your goals in life. Neglect the past experiences that you've had in school or society. Focus on loving yourself and accepting how you are. Beauty is different in everyone's eyes, and that really is true. So you tell yourself, oh, wow, you look so beautiful today. Wow. Like you deserve all the things that you want. Like I see within you so much light inside of yourself. You have such a good heart. Like you try so hard every day. Things like that you say to yourself, over time, it will really add up. How are you dressing and portraying yourself? Do you look like a treasure, or do you look like a target? Carry yourself in a certain way, have good posture, don't show too much skin all at once. Even if you're really, proud of your body because you've been working on it, it doesn't mean that everybody has to see it. So what is a boundary? In the physical world, a boundary is if I'm outside and I want to get into someone's house, first I have to get through the door. Once I get through the door, I have to go through the living room, and then there's another door I have to go to get into the bedroom. So that's a physical boundary in the real world. So let's think about mental boundaries. So a mental boundary, it could mean that when you meet somebody new, you don't immediately let them cross these physical boundaries to go to your home, to go in your bed, or you going to their home or going in their bed before you really feel like you know this person and you're comfortable with them and you're comfortable with how they treat you, and you have noticed and evaluated the way that they treat you, and that's up to your standards. So what that means is, let's go hang out with some people in public, get to know them in public, find out about what type of person they are and how they treat people. And then once we have a closer relationship, after maybe if you're dating, the guy's taking you to some nice dinners, then maybe you can go hang out in the living room and really get an idea of long-term exactly what their goals are and how they treat people. See what kind of energy they vibrate, because you just don't want to allow any negative people into your life, because you will regret that later. It affects your self-esteem because you've got this inner child inside of you, and it's up to you to show up for that inner child and protect that inner child and not let that inner child be abandoned or neglected. So take really good care of yourself the way that a parent would take care of their child. And don't put yourself in a situation to allow people to treat you any kind of way. If somebody tells you that you're not good enough, or they show you that you're not good enough with their actions, you should not be around that person. Just don't have any contact with people who treat you less than the way that you deserve. So those are just a couple little things I wanted to cover today about self-esteem. We will continue to talk about these topics in the future, because having high self-esteem, having good confidence, it really will be one of the keys to being able to level up completely, physically, mentally. This is all part of self-development. So we will continue to discuss this in the future. Don't forget that you do have the power to create your life the way that you want it to be. You are a creator. You are essentially the God of your life. If you're not happy with what you have created so far, you're the one that has the power to create something better for yourself in the future. Make sure that you're taking that power into your own hands and using that power to create the life that you want and to level up. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this, go ahead and like it. If you have ideas for future videos, go ahead and leave those in the comments and I will take a look at those. Thank you so much. Bye. This is no filter.